From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The minority Liberals are on track to survive the first of the confidence votes on its federal budget. The NDP says it will support the government on an opposition amendment. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne says he's heard from Canadians this week who are happy with the budget.
It's an investment budget, but it's a budget made for Canadians. And that's what I would invite any member of the opposition, go in the street, talk to people, and you'll see what they tell you.
If the government were to lose any of 3 votes related to the budget, it could trigger a snap election. The U.S. Supreme Court is now mulling over arguments after a hearing that could mean the end of U.S. President Donald Trump's global tariffs. As Canadian press reporter Kelly Malone explains, the court has until June to decide whether Trump overstepped his powers.
The expectation is it's not going to be, a day or two. It'll probably be weeks, if not months, but it certainly won't go out that long because of just kind of the uncertainty that hangs in the air.
This ruling could affect the fentanyl-related duties placed on Canada, but would not change sectoral tariffs on things like steel, aluminum, and softwood lumber. An Ontario judge has handed down a life sentence to a man who pleaded guilty today to killing a family in a mass stabbing last year in Ottawa.
Justice Kevin Phillips called it one of the worst crimes in Ottawa's history, the stuff of nightmares, as he handed down a life sentence today. The violent mass stabbing of a mother, her 4 children, and a family friend happened last year in the sleepy Ottawa suburb of Barrhaven. Fabio De Zoisa pled guilty in a courtroom to 4 counts of first-degree murder, 2 of second-degree, and 1 of attempted murder. Victims' family members sobbed as they read out impact statements to a packed courtroom. The judge says this case has shocked the community and shaken it to its core. Kyle Duggan, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
The Supreme Court of Canada says it will not hear an appeal of the Canadian Food Inspection Agency's order to cull about 300 birds at a BC ostrich farm. The agency ordered the cull over an avian flu outbreak, but the farm and its supporters have been fighting the order in a 10-month legal battle. Canada's largest province predicts a smaller deficit, but also shrinking expectations for its labor market. U.S. tariffs loom large in Ontario's fall fiscal update today, which projects a $13.5 billion deficit. One of Montana's main travel destinations is the latest to try to woo Canadians back for a visit. Vancouver travel agent Mackenzie McMillan says their campaign is similar to others already out there.
Deep discounts, Canadian at par rates, kind of tongue-in-cheek ad campaigns to try to kind of win Canadians' favor back or get Canadians to cross the border. And, from what we've seen, it hasn't really moved the needle quite yet.
He says the Montana campaign and the others don't really deal with the fact Canadians are still angry about Donald Trump's 51st state comments and his trade war. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays have extended a qualifying offer to star infielder Bo Bichette. He has until November 18th to accept. But Don Mattingly will not return to the Jays coaching staff next season, ending his 3-year stint with Toronto. The 64-year-old was Toronto's bench coach. Montreal captain Nick Suzuki takes a 12-game point streak into tonight's Canadiens road game against the New Jersey Devils. NHL action tonight also sees the Ottawa Senators visiting the Boston Bruins. The Professional Women's Hockey League has announced its Vancouver team will be known as the Golden Eyes. General Manager Carrie Morey Gardner says her group has a lot in common with the Golden Eye.
They're really resilient, but they're also territorial, and they do everything in unity, very synchronized. So for me, that's what you're going to see on the ice.
A common golden eye is a kind of duck native to North America's boreal forests, including those along BC's coast. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.